Hello, students. Today we are going to be starting with another topic that is purification of water. I'm Ms. Lynette Fernandez from PES's Ravi S. Naik College of Arts and Science, Farmagudi. Methods of purification of water. What will be the learning outcomes? Here, we will be learning about the stages of sedimentation, filtration, and disinfection which are used in the water purification. What is meant by water purification? It is a process of removing undesirable chemicals, biological contaminants, suspended solids, and gases from the water. It is purified to make it satisfactory in appearance, taste, odor, and free from harmful microorganisms. Such type of water is referred to as potable water. Water that is supplied to the individual houses, municipalities, cities, it has to be free from all of these harmful microorganisms and toxic chemicals. The process of water purification which is employed will be different depending on the amount of water which has to be purified. Individual homes in rural areas, they usually have their own well water, and this is an underground source of water. So wells, springs are underground sources of water. In the case of well water, the water undergoes filtration as it passes through layers of soil and sand. Generally, it is free from all microorganisms because it is actually passing through a natural filter. However, this well should be located at a safe distance from all possible sources of contamination like the septic tanks, barnyards, garbage dumps, sewage drains, etc. If contamination is suspected in the well water, then such such water has to be subjected to bacteriological determination for microorganisms. Disinfection is the only treatment which is required for small bodies of water. In the case of municipal water supplies, here large amount of water has to be treated, and the main operations employed in the municipal water purification plants are sedimentation, filtration, and disinfection. In the process of sedimentation, large large reservoirs are used where water is collected and it is allowed to stand for some time. Suspended particles settle and carry down most of the microorganisms along with it. Now, this process of sedimentation can be enhanced by using different chemicals such as alum, iron salts, colloidal silicates, etc., which form flocculent precipitates or coagulants. In these coagulants or precipitates, the microorganisms and other organic matter gets entrapped, which rapidly settles down to the bottom. Sometimes activated carbon is also used in sedimentation tanks. This removes objectionable color and also enhances the taste of water or removes any other taste of water. After sedimentation, the next step is filtration. The water has to be passed through sand filter beds. As it passes through the sand filter beds, some of the materials such as microorganisms and organic matter, it remains on the sand and filtered water is obtained. This removes microorganisms and other suspended matter from the water. There are two types of sand filters. One is a slow sand filter and the other one is a rapid sand filter. In the case of the slow sand filter, here rapid filtration of water does not take place. The rate of filtration is quite slow. Filtration plant requires a large area, and purification of the water takes place by physiological mechanisms supported by microbes. Slow sand filter consists of a concrete tank with drainage tiles at the bottom, followed by coarse gravel, fine gravel, coarse sand, fine sand. Over this filter bed, the water sips through the filter bed and is collected in a pipe, which is a drainage pipe at the bottom. The slow sand filter purifies the water by physiological mechanisms which are supported by microbes. The filter beds become more and more effective with the formation of slimy, gelatinous film which closes up the pores between the sand particles. Microorganisms they get entrapped by surface absorption of the sand particles, thus forming this slimy gelatinous film. And the water passes very slowly through this film, thus purifying the water at a very slow rate. This process is important in removing even pathogenic microorganisms such as Giardia species and its cysts. The other type of filter is a rapid sand filter. Rapid sand filter is similar in construction to slow sand filter, and it consists of layers of sand, gravel and rock. Before filtration, however, the water has to be pre-treated by coagulants such as alum or ferrous sulfate in the sedimentation tank. The filtration takes place at a very fast rate, about 50 times faster than the slow sand filters. These require smaller areas because the filtration takes place at a very fast rate. But the only thing is that the sand filters get clogged very fast and they have to be cleaned very often. This sand filter plant depends on physical trapping of fine particles and coagulants. There are other filtration devices which also can be used, such as pressure filters, diatomite filters, membrane filters, reverse osmosis, etc. The next step is disinfection. Even though the water has passed through these sand filters, large amount of microbial organisms will be removed by the sand filters, but some amount of microorganisms may still pass through the water, due to which this step of disinfection has to be carried out. Disinfection is carried out by a process called as chlorination. Chlorination involves release of chlorine gas in the water which readily mixes with water. The amount of chlorine gas which is used depends on, or which is required, depends on the amount of organic matter which is present in the water and the microorganisms that are present in the water. This is referred to as chlorine demand. How does it infect the microorganisms? How does it disinfect the water? Chlorine reacts with water to form hypochlorous acid, which in turn quickly releases nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen oxidizes the cellular components of microorganisms and the other organic matter. This is how it actually kills the microorganisms and brings about disinfection of water. Other solutions which also can be used as disinfectants are calcium and sodium hypochlorite. Germicidal ultraviolet rays are also used as disinfectants. But the best way for bringing about disinfection is boiling of water for about 10 minutes, which will kill all of the microorganisms and make it fit for drinking. So in this manner, purification of water can be carried out through where water is allowed to go through different stages of sedimentation, filtration, and disinfection. Thank you.